But I would tell you, the first thing I ever did in terms of getting civically engaged, my parents separated when I was pretty young. We moved around quite a bit. And we're living on this block, just in my previous iteration of my district before the reapportionment. And I'll come home one day and I'm like just complaining about all the stuff on the block, the trash, the blight, I don't want to live here. I'm 12, right? Hormones are raging. And so my mom's in the kitchen and she had just lit the cigarette on the stove, okay? Like, don't smoke, kids, but this is what she did. And she's just smoking the cigarette, and she's looking at me. And she says, well, you know what, if you care so damn much, why don't you go do something about it? And I was like, okay, I thought I was gonna get a hug, but all right. Tough love, like that works. That works too, I guess, good lesson. And it gave me a sense really early on, it was really foundational that, if I cared, then you know what, I had a responsibility to not like wait around, there's nobody coming, and also, we have it within ourselves to do it. I think certainly for anybody who's run for office, it is frustrating how much the entire race is framed around who has the most money, right? Not who has the best ideas, not any of that stuff. Who has the most money, brass tacks, and that ends up being the candidate you hear about the most, and if that's the candidate you hear about the most, people are inclined to vote for the person they hear about a lot, and who people tell them, oh, that person's probably gonna win. But when you look at the money, what the poll said, all of that, I mean, we outperformed all of those numbers in really statistically significant ways. And I think when you have people flooded with a host of messages, I mean, on the day of the election, people were interviewing me on CNN like, well, you're about to lose, so how's your day going? I'm like, okay, well, thanks. Love to start the interview this way. People watched that and still said, screw that, I'm gonna go vote for this person anyway, because I believe that much. That makes me feel really good, that there are certainly, hurdles to be run, there are steel ceilings to be broken, but ultimately, you lose all the races, you lose 100% of the races you don't run. And I think, frankly, we've put ourselves in a position where there are a lot of people who might have been on the fence about getting engaged again, however that looks, who might watch this and feel a little bit different, and so that always feels really good.